I like them because they're funny and they're unique and they're different.
Somebody had a big chicken along the road, I'd probably stop and want to take a tour of it.
I like to call them the anti-McDonald's. You know, they're not everywhere.
It's Americana. Nobody does it.
It's different. Anything different catches the eye.
En algunos lugares de los Estados Unidos hay edificios con formas fuera de lo común. En el día de hoy veremos edificios inusuales y otras cosas en la carretera.
Can't get more odd, more unique than the shoe house.
Iniciamos en Pensilvania, al este de la ciudad de York. Nuestro edificio puede ser difícil de encontrar.
It's very difficult to find. I think a lot of people don't come because they can't find it. Even the people here in York can't find it.
Fue construido en el año 1948 y se le ha cambiado la forma muchas veces con el paso de los años. Rod Miller y su esposo Bob la compraron en el 1995.
Well, my wife came home one day. She said, I bought a shoe.
He said, what do you mean you bought a shoe?
She didn't say a pair of shoes. I figured she was up to something.
I said, didn't buy a pair of shoes. I bought a shoe. And I said, the Haynes' Shoe House.
We both knew about it, knew the man that built it, and she makes a good decision.
When you say to people, this is the only shoe house in the world, that registers. They think, well, I can't go anywhere else and see it. I better look at it now while I'm here.
Le pedimos a Randa Graden que se juntara con nosotros allí. Él es un escritor y tiene considerables afecciones por artículos como este.
Haynes obviously had a sense of humor. Thank God. That's what attracts people to it, because most people are afraid to do anything goofy. He's a shoe salesman. What else is he going to build but a giant shoe?
First, they put up a wooden shape to get the shape of it. Then they put a wire mesh on top of that wood. Then the stucco sticks to that wire.
I'm sure that when he built it, newspaper reporters were coming by here and people were taking pictures of it.
What he did with this house, he would give it free to honeymooners, wedding anniversaries, and late birthdays. You would stay here free. Plus, he gave you a maid, a chauffeur, and an automobile 55 years ago. I want the history of it to be preserved. That's why I do tours, and I sell homemade ice cream and souvenirs.
It's not just a big shoe on the outside, it's actually a house.
This first level you're going to tour is called the Honeymooners Suite. Above the bed is a picture of Mr. Haynes, if you forgot what he looked like. I've had people come back that spend their honeymoons here. Just last year I had a couple, their 48th wedding anniversary. And they said if they're living, they'll be back on their 50th. Is this stinky like my sneakers? But it don't stink. Look at this bathroom. It was made for the chauffeur and the maid. He didn't want them disturbing the guests. I think it's fun every day I'm here. I meet such interesting people. I've met people from everywhere in the world.
En el 2003, Ruth y Bob decidieron vender el lugar.
I'd like somebody to buy it, do the same as we're doing, because so many people want to see it.
I do love this place. No matter who buys it, I will be back. They won't be rid of me.
Si usted se encuentra en Florida Central conduciendo por Kissimmee, es posible que se tope con la Gran Naranja.
You're about 2.5 miles east of the entrance of Disney, off of 192.
Ese es Helio Safasi, de Gary, Indiana. Él vino a esta parte de la Florida cuando aún habían creces de naranjas en todas partes.
Turn around and look across the street. That's what it looked like. Nothing. Just trees. When Disney came here in 1971, I came over here, and ever since they've been here, I grab a hold of their shirt tail and they pull me all the way to the bank.
I saw this big old great orange, and down in Florida, so you have to stop and get some oranges when you're in Florida.
And that's why we came here, because we wanted to buy oranges. I wanted to send oranges back to the people that I had left behind.
I bought this property. It had an orange building on it, but it didn't have the dome. So we're sitting in a restaurant there one day, and one of my friends come by, and I'm telling him, hey, we ought to put a dome on that thing and make it look like an orange. And the guy says, well, I can do that. Come to find out, he's in the fiberglass business. But the only thing he was making in the fiberglass was outhouses, believe it or not.
Construir el mundo de las naranjas no fue fácil. Muchas cosas ocurrieron mal. Lo llamaron Elia Esfalier, pero a mediados de los años 60, trabajadores en hierro de Michigan terminaron la Gran Naranja.
There it is, and it probably tripled our business within 2 months.
Now they consider it as a landmark. It always makes me smile to see people, that they come here to meet and know where they're going,
This kind of place make you wonder what's on the inside, like if they have fresh squeezed orange juice for you or whatever, it definitely gets your attention.
As they pass by, you see this place and like, oh my God, a big orange,
They think it's all fruit, so they get a big surprise when they come through the door.
If it was just a plain gift shop, we probably wouldn't even be here.
They think we should have everything that has an orange on it. They want orange keychains, they want orange cups, they want orange shirts.
If you're coming to Florida and saying, let's go to Disney, Dad, you're going to go. They say, well, let's go and get an orange or something like that, and they'll come.
People want to stop here, you want to take a picture. You see this place, you got to get a picture of it to take back home with you,
It's unusual. See, it's just something different. At night, it's lit up. We have neon on it. We've had movies taken of it, Meryl Streep, Diana Keaton, We don't care whether people know it's famous or not. I just like it because I own it.
Bueno, ser propietario puede ser importante, pero tener una idea puede ser la llave para el triunfo. No está lejos del mundo de las naranjas en Orlando.
This is International Drive that we are on, and it's a pretty heavy traffic area. Lots of tourists and families come out to this area.
Le llaman Wonderworks y Jackie Vázquez es la directora de ventas y mercadeo para la empresa que creó esta increíble construcción en la forma de un edificio de arriba hacia abajo.
One of our owners came up with the concept, Mr. Barry Frank, and he had this idea, and it was certainly a great one at that. And I've always said, how did you think of that?
One day it just hit, upside down, on an angle. It'd be the biggest thing on iDrive.
Yeah, I think it does work. It's intriguing. It makes people take notice and want to come inside. And once they hear about what we have inside, they usually want to come in.
Maya Blanc trabaja en el lobby y les cuenta a las personas las historias de cómo empezó Wonderworks.
We usually tell them that it was a science research lab.
In the real world, it was a great idea.
And it was a lot of nightmares and a lot of hard work, but we got through it. And if you go back far enough back and turn it right side up, it looks like a very famous building in Washington, D.C.
When you first enter, the lobby area is upside down, keeping with that. And then you go through an inversion tunnel that will turn you right side up, so you can now experience everything.
Oh, there's virtual roller coasters, there's simulators for hurricanes, earthquakes.
It's an interactive, hands-on experience with 100 different experiences inside. And it's just something to do besides going to the big parks.
It still amazes me, like the architecture of it.
It's made of steel and brick and concrete.
My favorite part is the mailbox hanging from the top.
I really like the trees hanging upside down.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this before, so it was kind of cool.
People jumping out of their cars to get a good picture.
Well, it's a wow, and we're in the wow business.
lot of tourists. A lot of people are curious. I mean, it's not every day you see corn stapled on a building.
We are the world's only corn palace. Nobody else can say they have a corn palace.
And we do different murals on it, which always makes it interesting. Every year we change the theme. This year it's Lewis and Clark.
These are just quick sketches and ideas in actually the order in which they were going to go on the Corn Palace.
She draws out the pictures and blows them up. We staple them to the wall, cut them out, and just kind of follow her, what you'd call a blueprint or paint by numbers.
There's one that's kind of a small error, but it's one that could be corn palace quality. And oh no, there's a white kernel.
He makes sure that he gets the right colors grown in the right field, far enough away from each other so they don't pollinate and make a funny colored corn.
There's one that looks a little better. Yeah, there, that's corn palace quality. If you look at the rows, they're all nice and straight, plus every kernel is the same color.
Cut them in half first in the saw. Then we'll have people cut the ends off so they're square on the ends with a hatchet. That way they'll butt up tight like this.
It is very exciting. I'm excited to see, especially the one of the keelboat on the end, because it has the American flag in the background.
A lot of people ask why we change it every year, and it's to keep it that fresh look. And you know, if you get a real bad winter, the birds will eat half of it maybe.
Everybody refers to it as the world's largest bird feeder, and I tend not to say that because I believe it's there because the people were celebrating the harvest.
I mean, it's a serious thing for some people, but you have to have fun with it. What else can you do with a building that you're covering corn every year? You can't take it way too seriously.
It's about as close to being an American.
The world is lucky that folks will work to keep bizarre buildings in shape. Near Natchez, Mississippi, there's a structure in the shape of a mammy, an outdated African-American caricature. Doris Kemp and her family run a restaurant here.
The building's been here since 1940, designed for just what it does, to attract the traveler to stop, look and buy, and leave their money.
It was built by Henry Godet in 1940 or 1941 for his wife.
When my mother originally opened in the building, she was just going to be a gift shop and desserts, you know, sort of like a little tea house, and everyone would come in and say, well, why don't you serve something for lunch? And
people came in and said, can you make me a sandwich?
So I realized that if I wanted to stay here, we had to have food. And that's how it became a restaurant.
It's what you would expect, you know, at your grandmother's kitchen, actually. You know, if you go to Mama's house, there's, you know, the good, delicious desserts and the homemade food.
We eat here all the time. We love Doris to death. We think she's the sweetest person.
It's become one of the most successful restaurants in this part of the country.
It started off as a shell filling station.
And they built it to coincide with the pilgrimage that's here in Natchez.
If she had the same restaurant in a little flat building, she wouldn't get the business.
It's part of Natchez, part of Mississippi, and part of the world now. So.